They had the game right in the palm of their hands. Right in the palm of their hands, Atletico Madrid had this game. Um, you see, I hate using the word deserve because you deserve what you get. You don't deserve what you think you should have got. You deserve what you get. Um, but if we look at first of all, it was a great game, amazing game. Yet again, look, we had Bayern Dortmund yesterday, which was a quality game, and we had this game, which I think was a far better game because this game was far closer. And I think when we did the preview, I feel I was right in the terms of Vinicius should have started for Real Madrid, and I still think he should have found a place for Felix. Although Llorente played very well, Carrasco played very well as well. But again, looking at this game, I didn't really see what Lemar brought to the game. He was okay, but I felt that Llorente had a really good game. I felt Carrasco had a really good game as well. Again, could have been better, but look, he almost scored. But you look at the chances that Atletico had, man. These guys should have put this game to bed. 100%, this guy should have put this game to bed. And I just think that here's the thing, man. 1-0 up, you have a choice when you're 1-0 up. Either go for the second or just maintain with the 1-0. And both choices can give you different things. But my thing is that, you have that choice, but you have to look at the context of the game and who you are playing. You have to look at the context of the game and who you are playing. Because Simeone's argument is, we believe in our defense. And when we believe in our defense, and let's say, okay, to defend for like 90 minutes and not concede it's a long time. But Simeone will feel like, if with the kind of guys that we had, Hermoso, Savage, and so forth, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I think we can defend and not concede. So, a couple of but it is crazy to look at how Atletico conceded. First of all, it was superb by Benzema. And it just shows you what an amazing player Benzema is, because you think that there is no way that Real Madrid can go through the sense of Atletico. So the only way they can score is if they go out wide. But Benzema, it's sort of even similar to what he did in that kind of CL against Atletico, where he sort of was at the bar and got past 2-3 guys. For Benzema, he went straight into the heart of Atletico. He committed 4-5 guys, drew them in, put the ball into Casemiro. Casemiro very smartly, as he saw Oblak coming out, played the ball square, Benzema opened it. But that what came from Benzema. By Benzema saying, you know what? Rather than go wide, give the ball to Vasquez or so forth and play a numbers game, let me go into the heart, let me take a risk. Okay, I may lose the ball. Fine. But it is worth me taking the risk, because what if I don't lose the ball? What if I could just get past 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and at the last minute before I get overwhelmed by numbers, let me pop the ball off to someone. He can take pressure, because that is about playing smart football. It's about drawing guys in, especially when you're playing against a defensive team. Again, a defensive team, you could either go wide, cross the ball, or go into the center and try to dribble, try to take past guys, try to commit guys, try to bring guys in, and be very quick in either beating the guy or popping the ball off. So for Benzema, he did amazing. But if you're Atletico, because as I watched the game, as I watched on the replay, I was like, how the hell could you concede a goal like that? You had literally about 6-7 guys in there. But I think it's Atletico panicking, knowing that they're so close, and they're like, oh, damn. But see, this goes back to the psychology of the team. The mindset that Simeone has given guys is 1-0 up, 20 minutes to go, let's just defend, sit back, we are almost there. Whereas another option could be, still defend when you have to. We have probably been the better team. We've had the better chances. Because if you look at the stats, so 8 shots on targets for Real Madrid, 5 shots on targets for Atletico, but the better chances were from Atletico. Atletico had a great chance. Like, that's 1v1. Carrasco should have scored. Obviously, Benzema had that amazing chance with Oblak's double save, but Carrasco had a superb opportunity. But just even beyond that, the kind of breakaways they had were just the right pass, the right ball, crazy. Like they were, and every time I watch Atletico, this is why I say, oh, João Felix is not doing this. Whenever I trust Atletico, I always see João Felix making that run. And he's looking for the ball. He's looking for that ball over the top of the direct pass, and the Atletico player will hold the ball, pass the ball back, and you just see João Felix just go, oh, so many times. He's just like, oh, like look, play the ball. I'm in. So for Atletico, the fact that Atletico did not take the initiative, because if they take the initiative, I think they get the second or the third. If they had kept on going and kept on attacking, they could have gotten the second and the third. So Real were like, man, because Courtois is having to make saves, they having to pay edge, and you know Real Madrid's defense can be shaky. So once they saw Atletico now sits back, Real were like, look, all right, a goal can come through here. I know it's difficult and everything, but if this guy sits back and we now have possession, we can walk the ball and make something happen. And when you've just got like a Benzema or a Vinicius, something can happen. But I look at the game again and I say for Real Madrid, Real Madrid should have started with Vinicius. I think I just saw Atletico wasn't really giving anything. They should have started with Vinicius. I think Vinicius would have given them that kind of impetus and that kind of attack and that kind of energy in the offensive area to really try and change the course of the game. But I was impressed by Atletico because I look at Atletico and say, look, when you play and you attack, you can cause issues. Real Madrid play very well against guys who sit it back. But guys who now come out to Real Madrid and really try to commit guys and attack guys and throw men forward when they attack Real Madrid, Real don't like that. And when you look at the games that Real Madrid have lost to, even the sort of mid-teams and so forth, are teams who are like, yeah, we'll defend, but when you have the ball, we're going to commit to guys forward. The moment Atletico said, all right, hundreds of guys behind, because see, and this is why I feel so sorry for João Felix, because João Felix was like, match, imagine if you allowed me to start the game when this team was so attacking and committing guys forward. He would look so good. And even for the few minutes when he came on, you saw he was connecting guys, nice touch, nice flick. But then once they now went defensive and it's like one or two guys up front, it's like, oh, what the hell do we now do? What the hell do we now do? So 1-1, I think, is a fair result. Because I think Atletico totally outplayed Real Madrid in the first half. But Real, I felt when they made the Vinicius change, I felt they changed up, they re-upped, and I think they then reacted very well. They reacted very well, and I think in the second half we had a great 50-50 encounter, But if you're Atletico, you've got to be disappointed. For Real Madrid, this is a great result. Based on how the game went, for Real Madrid, it's like, wow, because it was looking like this was going to be a 1-0. So for Real Madrid, it's like, boom, this is a damn good result. It's a nice result. Specifically, no Ramos, no Hazard, boom. But then you just see how, because again, without Benzema, Real don't score. 1,000% they don't score without Benzema. 100%. So which is why we've got to just look at Benzema and just say, look, we have to. Because the thing about Benzema is what makes him amazing is not just his goal scoring, is he's a very good footballer. Because I always like, there are strikers and there are footballing strikers like a Thierry Henry, like a David Villa. These guys could score, but they could also play football. They could dribble. They could get past guys. They had good first ball control. They had really good football IQ. And you really want these guys involved in the play. You want these guys coming in deep. And what Benzema brings this team in terms of his goal scoring, his on-the-ball skills, his football IQ, his decision-making, his playmaking, his awareness of the right footballing decision to make, I think it's key. I think it's 100% key. But for Atletico, look, I mean, that's goal. When I saw Atletico score that goal, I was like, man, these guys could run this guy's rugged, which is why it was so annoying. Because when I just saw how, because see, my thing is Llorente, 100%. He had a quality game, because it was his amazing first touch that got past the defender, bring the ball up, nice pass to Cannibal Suarez, and that was a super finish by Cannibal Suarez outside of the foot. But as I was watching that in the first half, I said, look, man, bring in João Felix here. Because João Felix in a defensive deep block thing, it's hard. And I know it would be difficult for a young player to play in a deep block. But now you're playing attacking. You're committing guys forward. You complete possession of the ball. You're controlling the narrative of the game. João Felix will be perfect here because Lamar doesn't have anything about him. And what was Lamar doing defensively that Felix couldn't sort of replicate similarly, really? I just don't know. So, because if he had put in Felix in there, specifically when Real Madrid were under pressure, I think Atletico get the second or the third. And they get the second, Real don't score twice. So, yes, the performance was great. It was amazing. But I still feel Simeone effed up by not having Felix. Because if he has Felix, I think the win is 2 or 3. Based on their approach, because their approach was very proactive. So, if you're an Athletic fan and you look at this game, you have to be very frustrated. Because Atletico Madrid should not have dropped the points in this game. They shouldn't have. So it goes back to the whole Simeone thing of when do you sit back and defend? When do you attack? And reading the context of the game. Because you're not facing the greatest Real Madrid side. Where, I think we should sit back here because, these guys have Cristiano, these guys have a peak Modric, these guys have Bale. I think we should sit back here. You're facing a team where Benzema is there, Vinicius, you don't really know what you're going to get with Vinicius. Okay, Vasquez. So, it's almost as if Atletico, you gave Real Madrid too much respect. And once you gave them that much respect, Real were like, oh, okay, all right, you're going to give us this respect, boom. Whereas Atletico be like, no, let's take this game to bed. Let's get that second and that third. Let's get that second and that third because Atletico were opening up Real Madrid. They were opening them up, But for Real Madrid again, look, man. You see, for me, I was because looking at these games, I cannot remember the last time where Atletico Madrid outplayed Real Madrid to that degree, specifically in the first half. I can't remember when the last that happened. So that's actually pretty crazy. But I think that is the key thing of this team is the experience of this team and that is where mentality comes through. Again, called Liverpool. It's like, how do you react? How do you react when you are under duress? Because they got outplayed. They suffered a lot in that first half. So in that second half, it's about, okay, how do we now have a reaction now? And the reaction for Real Madrid was great because, boom, Modric, Kroos, they got themselves back the ball. Again, I should say Vinicius coming on was very key. Asensio didn't really work. Vinicius should have started. And Real Madrid just showed their mentality and their big mentality of we're going to find a way. We're going to find a way. But I look at that goal again. Benzema, amazing. Super important Benzema because anybody who plays football will know that, running through into the center, we've got 4 or 5 guys coming into you. It's crazy. But as amazing as Benzema was, superb play by Benzema, great play by Casemiro. For Atletico, I just think that if you watch the goal, it's panic. And for a team and defenders who are that experienced, you shouldn't be panicking. And when I use the word panic is you have to be aware of what's happening. Okay, let 1 or 2 guys go and put pressure onto Benzema. Okay, where is Casemiro? Who is to the left? Who is to the right? There were 3 or 4 guys who all swarmed to Benzema, which Benzema knew was, oh, you're all going to come to me? Who's to my right? Boom. Give it over to Casemiro. Before you can think, Casemiro very smartly, because Casemiro could have taken the shot, And I think that's why Oblak came. Remember, things happen very quickly. Because Oblak came in because Casemiro is going to take the shots. So that was a brilliance from Casemiro, who was like, no, I'm not going to take the shots here. As this guy is coming through, I'm just going to put the ball across to Benzema. So you say to yourself, again, it's hard to critique because these things happen very quickly. Should Oblak have rushed out? Or should he have perhaps waited a split second more to see what would have happened? Because by Oblak coming out so early, it gave Casemiro a simple footballing decision to make. Something that not everyone would make. I think some bricks would try to go for a shot and Oblak would then save it. But by Oblak coming out so early, It gave Casemiro a very simple decision to make. It was like, all right, I'm just going to square it to this dude, and it's just going to be to an open goal. So you have to put a blame to Oblak to a little bit of degree of coming out so early, giving Casemiro the decision, and the Atletico defenders, man. That was very, very schoolboyish of just rushing through and coming in a way. So, you look at the table right now. Let's bring up the table for you guys, man. All right, I'll get to your live chats, guys. So, Atletico Madrid 59 points, Barcelona 56, Real 54. So, if Atleti beat Bilbao on Wednesday, that's 60, 61, 62. So, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Still a 6-point swing. 7, 58. So, yeah, the pressure is on. Because if Atleti Madrid draw that game, it's 4 points between them and Barcelona. If they lose that game, it's now just a 3-point swing. So there is a lot of pressure on Atletico Madrid in that Bilbao game. And I think if they drop points, I think Real and Barcelona are really bearing down on these dudes, man. So for Barcelona, man, Barcelona are like, bro, guys, we have a title race. Whether Atleti, even if Atleti beats Bilbao, it's a title race. 6 points. I have no idea where we were from before. We are now in a situation where it's 6 points. And if I'm looking at this right now, guys, this is anyone. Guys, I think we have a 3-horse race. I mean, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. I still say we have a 3-horse race. So even if Real are 8 points behind, I will still say it's a 3-horse race, man. So I have no idea how Atleti effed that up, man. Let's see what the OG kids are saying, man. If they lose that game, the league is Barca's. Yeah. I think if they draw, if they lose, yes. I think, but I think that this is a 3-horse race, because even if they lose, are you going to put money on this Barcelona side just to be fully consistent? No. So I think that this could be a case of where this just goes down to the last game of the season. You know, it will go out to the last game of the season, man. But that double save by Homeboy was crazy. By what's his name? Oblak was crazy, man. Let me see there. So we have Barca against Atletico left, and the Clasico don't. Yeah, see, this is key. This is key. You know, what happens if Barcelona now beats Atletico when they face them, but then you now have the Clasico. So Real Madrid could now sort of like come in with a chokehold and then beat them in the Clasico. So for me, it's looking like a 3-horse race, because I think Atleti will drop points. I think Barcelona will drop points. So the question now is if Real Madrid can now get a bit of consistency, which is the issue. Is you're looking at 3 teams where I don't know whether they can get consistency. This is like years ago. That, oh yeah, they can easily go on like a 5, 6, 7 game winning run. As of now, I don't know. No. The changes definitely were needed. I think Valverde brought a bit of impetus and a bit of aggression, you know, and a bit more tempo into the game. Vinicius, I think, was key. I think remember, it was Vinicius who helped create that chance where it led to the double save by Carrasco, man. So no, the double save by Oblak. So that's the thing, man. The team that will win is who can beat the little guys. No, look, see, a league is about consistency. It's not about those key games, because very rarely does a league come down to 1 point, 2 points. At the end of the day, it's like 6, 7, 8 points. So a league is about consistency. So it's about win, 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 and just maintaining that win. And it's about concentration. That's the key thing, because like a Real Madrid, Atletico, Barcelona, you are better than 95% of the league. So in most of the games that you play, you're expected to win. So if you lose the game, it's not because you're worse, it's because you just get caught slipping and you maybe lose concentration. So a league is about, if you maintain that concentration, boom, you win. Like if Barcelona or Real Madrid play to the best of their abilities, they beat 95% of the teams in the league, Simple as that. So it's about concentration and about how can you, because as I keep saying this thing, there's a season where Arsenal beats United twice. United won the league. So, that stuff, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter, man. So can you rank Oblak? I think, as I said again, we have to have a conversation about Courtois. I think Courtois has to now. I think if we're looking at the top keepers of the world, I think Neuer is top. Or I say Alisson, he's already gone out of the frame. But for me, I would argue that we've got to look at Courtois. Because the reason why I would put Courtois over Oblak is Courtois faces some more shots. So therefore, there is a greater sample size of Courtois' goalkeeping skill than Oblak. Now, you can see what Oblak can do when he's called upon. But because Oblak doesn't have to make as many saves as Courtois, I've got to give it to Courtois. So I would love to say, put Oblak in Real Madrid. How would he do? Because of how Real Madrid play and how attacking they are, the amount of 1v1s that Courtois has to face is crazy. Because remember, a 1v1 is a keeper's worst nightmare. It is a goalkeeper's worst nightmare having to face a 1v1. So the amount of 1v1s that I see Courtois, because he is very good at 1v1s. He's very good at. I remember that 1v1 that he had with Messi at the 2014 World Cup. That was a super save. And even again, I think Carrasco should have scored, man. Carrasco should have scored. Carrasco should have scored. Like, that was a great opportunity for Carrasco to say what's up. So for me, you could put Courtois just behind Neuer. That's a strong argument, That's a strong argument. You could put him behind Neuer, Or what is it I say? You see, I think that's the say. Courtois is much more consistent than Navas. I think, like for me, Courtois overall is a better keeper. Overall, the thing about Navas is clutch, man. He comes up with very, very big saves in very, very big moments. He may make a mistake here and there, but he'll come up with a big save. But I think if you had to choose between Courtois and Navas, I would choose Courtois. But I still say that there was no reason to let go of Navas, because I think he was still a very good keeper, made very big saves, but also he was very much loved in the dressing room. And it's always good to have a good kind of team spirit and a good team ethos in the whole thing, man. So, oh my gosh, United are still winning. Oh my gosh, United scored? Oh, you are kidding me, man. You are absolutely kidding me. All right, guys, look, man. So, Man United was Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, great game, superb game. Shout out to Benzema, shout out to Cannibal Suarez. Cannibal Suarez, I thought, had a pretty good game, great finish. We have a title race, man. All the pressure is on, For Atletico Madrid, 100% have to be disappointed. Based on how well they played, they should have won. They should have finished with the 3 points. And shout out to Real Madrid, man. Like, it just shows that these guys, this is why they are Real Madrid. They never, ever give up. They always react. They always say what's up. And they always react, man. So, Should have started Joao Felix, man. Should have started Joao Felix, man. Guys, peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Stay loved. I'll see you guys tonight on the hangar. Peace, 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 peace.